I want to share why I'm doing this. I want to put my thoughts down, I want to document what has brought me here, who I am, and what I hope to accomplish with all of this. I've always worried about what other people have thought of me. I've always been afraid of judgment. And I think at the end of the day, that's what shyness is. It's a fear of standing out. It's a fear of being seen, being known for who you are. I'm standing here in my apartment and a lot of feelings, a lot of thoughts and memories are rushing back to me. I think of all the times I lied growing up to change how people thought of me. From lying about my grades and what school I got into, from my last name, what it meant, what were the origins, my religion growing up. I definitely grew up thinking it wasn't okay to be me. And it is ironic. It's ironic because I was raised in a culture that celebrated individuality and everyone being unique and special. Well, something didn't quite reach me, and I've always felt like I didn't quite belong. I did well in school. I excelled in sport. I had girlfriends. I had great friends. But as I became an adult and structure slipped away, I really found myself struggling. I felt myself struggling with intimacy, with even those closest to me. Girlfriends, siblings, parents. I was an island. It was an island with a giant wall around it. And no one really knew how to reach me. As you grow up, you get certain feedback from the world. You start to develop this picture of yourself, this self-concept. My self-concept was, if they really knew who you were inside, they wouldn't like you. They would abandon you. If you told your father the truth about what you want, what you've done, if you tell your girlfriend what you want, what you've done, if you tell your friends, no one's going to like you anymore. You will be by yourself. So you better do a lot. You better make it happen. That's how I used to talk to myself. You better make this shit happen, man. Because if not, man, you're just going to be another bum. And I never did things to stand out. I never risked rejection. All of my business ideas had to be independent. I had to work independently. I thrived in environments where I had little feedback from the outside world. Because there, I couldn't be told no. Something happens though. There's a self-perpetuating cycle where as you begin to withdraw from the world, as you begin to withhold love, the world begins to act in kind. The world stops showing love to you. The world is less attracted to you. There are less job opportunities. There's less mating opportunities. You get invited places less. And as all that happens, your view of the world is that it is a dark, scary, cold, mean place. So you pull in even more. Every negative experience that happens to you is proof of your theory. And there's less and less of a reason to write that email, make that call, go up to that girl in the bar. because you already know what's going to happen. I have data. I have proof. I have experience. I know what the world is like. You tell yourself. I'll never forget, in my previous relationship, as in all previous relationships, the end wasn't so great. The story of how I saw myself in the world really reached its tipping point at the end. She would take me places, meet her friends, be in new spaces with different languages, and I shrank. My heart shrank. That's the other, I guess, key definition of shyness, is energetic shrinking. It is when you feel small. You go inward, not to brush up against anything. At some point in your life, this protected you, but now you appear childish. You appear standoffish, cold, an asshole, bitch, whatever. A few weeks before she broke up with me, I went to the opening of her play, and she did an amazing job. She was the star. And at the reception afterwards, I felt so out of place next to her. I felt so out of place with the attention. I felt so out of place showing who I was that I resorted to going into the bathroom and looking through my phone. I felt more comfortable there than showing people who I was. If you're listening to this and you relate to anything I've just said, there is another way. It doesn't have to be like this. It's going to be a long road, but you can improve the situation. You can act. You can change. Everything you believe about the world is just a story. It's something you made up. You made it up once upon a time because it helped. And now it is holding you back. It's holding you back from friends, opportunities, money, relationships, love, intimacy, connection, and happiness. I was looking through notes the other day on my phone, and I had found stuff from over 10 years ago. It was around the time I was in college. I think it was a New Year's resolution, was to learn how to fight, to write a feature film script, and to learn how to talk to people. I've always felt like there's been this hole in my life. And when I discovered this work, it became crystal clear that this is what I need to do. This is the path that I must go down. So I will be starting Jailbreak Social Fitness. Social fitness is an idea that our social skills relating to other humans is a muscle. Human connection, intimacy is a muscle. And if we do not use it, it atrophies. This is not your eye color. This is something you can work on. This is something that you can show up every day, do a little bit, and get a lot back. I always said that if I didn't do what I do now, filmmaking, directing, photography, that I would be a coach, a teacher. I want nothing more than to help people, just like me, overcome their fear and to get the most out of life. This life is so beautiful, and there's so much good in the world. You can see it and you can experience it. You have to be the one to let it in.